something I'd like to do is go over this particular element of the build. Let me show you. So, we made a video about Annihilator Fury, and it was great. The one thing that I might want to just make you guys aware of is the other sort of main offensive cooldown option, which is Thunderous Roar. So I made the video with Spear, which I still think Spear is great, but I've been experimenting with Thunderous Roar. I think it's also excellent, and I think that especially because Slaughterhouse is getting nerfed. I think that having a different rotation for bursting might actually end up being pretty good. And the other thing about Dragon Roar that's nice is that you don't have to path to Wild Strikes and then something else. You just path through Wild Strikes to your main like big burst ability, which gives you 2 more talent points to play with, which I think are nice to put into like Rallying Cry for Arena, maybe even Bitter Immunity. And then I like Wrecking Throw a lot. I've been playing with Wrecking Throw, it's really good. The nerfs are, I think I posted on my Twitter, but like Wowhead has them and stuff. And I think one of the changes that I made here is I've actually been experimenting with no Whirlwind at all. I've been taking the point out of Improved Whirlwind and I've been putting it into Vicious Contempt. You can also move Slaughtering Strikes, which might be the talent I move, right? You could either do Slaughtering Strikes or you could do Improved Whirlwind, but I do like dropping the Whirlwind right now just for the pure single target. It almost makes it play like Single-Minded Fury, but I think that this is still better than Single-Minded Fury. I will have to try it out in Arena though, because one thing that's nice about Single-Minded Fury is your attack speed is going to be a lot lower, which is going to generate more rage for you with Annihilator, which is going to help you have more rampages, which is going to help you stack your now 3-stack debuff up a little higher before it falls off. You do not need one-hitters for Annihilator, no. I think 2-hitters are still better, but it's something to consider. And one thanks to the 2 subs, man, big flicks for you. Another thing I want to mention is instead of using Dancing Blades, because you're not using this, you might want to go into Titanic Rage. The other nice thing about Titanic Rage is that it just, Odin's Fury just enrages you, so there's like no setup. So when you're doing like solo shuffle, you can just like charge in, pop your one shot, just get pressure rolling. Because I think more than anything, Fury is probably going to continue to be a pressure class. So you might want to experiment with Titanic Rage. I still really like Dancing Blades. I just want to make you guys aware of the build I've been playing. Just in BG's past couple days. Driz, thanks for the Prime as well, dude. Just want to make you guys aware of that, because it's a little bit different, and I think this is going to be nice for Arena, but especially for Solo Shuffle, where you get a little bit more heavily loaded, long cooldown abilities that may make a difference in Arena, whereas in BGs, you can just kind of go balls to the wall. I have tried, no, the two-hander main hand, one-hander offhand, I don't believe in that. I don't. I could be convinced given sufficient information, but I don't believe in that, no. I don't think so. I don't think it's the strat. We were talking about that on stream today just a little bit. I have my doubts. But maybe it's a thing. But yeah, this build right here is pretty cool. And I guess while we're here, we can quickly go over the enchants that I'm using, because I think that's something that I wanted to mention. So what you do for your necklace to get these little sockets in there is you have to go to the auction house, and you have to go to the neck item enhancements.
Greetings, sir, and ma'am.
And then you buy these little guys, these tiered medallion settings. The bronze one can put at most 1 socket, the silver one can put at most 2 sockets, and the gold one can put at 3 sockets. So what you can do right now, just because the prices work this way, is you can buy 2 of the silver and then 1 gold, and then you should have all the sockets unlocked. So that's that. On my chest piece, I have, well, so I guess we go this one. I have speed on the back, but I might want to use the leech one, just because it gives you passive regen, but I think the movement speed's cool, but I might do the leech as well. Sustained strength on the chest. I have speed on my bracers. Right now I'm using 2 frozen devotions on my weapons. I really like the haste proc, and I'm also interested in the stat proc, but I think it's probably going to be one of those 3, if I had to guess. Thanks for the anonymous sub. Big flex for you. We got Dinkelberg going on Hinkleberg. You'll love to see that. For my legs, I got the Fierce Armor. For the boots, I got Plains Runners, putting Verse on the rings, and that's pretty much all the enchants and stuff. So this is just kind of like a last second like rundown of like builds and stuff, right? Just because Arena's tomorrow. It's going down. It's gonna be fun. I don't know if there's any enemies that are strong enough for me to hit to show you guys how this like burst works. I think there's some big dragons up here that I can hit, right? And Galska, thanks for the fresh sub, man. Big flex for you. So the reason why I wanted to show it to you is because instead of starting your burst with spear, you can kind of like pop cooldowns. Let me see if I can fly over this guy. Use all my dragon juice. So like, charge over Stormbolt, pop everything with a rampage, and then you can almost do like 2 rampages, then a dragon roar, bloodthirst, rampage, another bloodthirst, rampage, and then an Odin's Fury rampage. So it's just like a million rampages right off the bat, which ends up feeling pretty good. And how you do that is the same. It's the same macro as before. You just put rampage in with like Wreck and Avatar all in one button. The thing about it is, in Arena, you may want to split those cooldowns. Like, you might want to bait a cooldown with Wreck and then go Avatar after that, but we'll see. That's kind of the idea, though. Is Dragon Roar kind of gives you like a 3-part combo, right? It's like, you pop your cooldowns, that's 1 rampage. You can attack like once or twice, and then rampage again, and then Dragon Roar, attack once or twice, you get a rampage, and then Odin's Fury, attack once or twice. And that's like 4, maybe even 5 rampages all in a row, which is going to help you stack your debuff. Remember that Slaughterhouse does now fall off, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I feel like that could sometimes be nicer than the spear. Although the spear lockdown is still fantastic. I'm not sure which one's better. I think it's going to be a situation where you can try them and see which one you like. I think that Dragon Roar has the advantage of just like, you don't even have to aim it, right? You just have to be on top of your opponent, right? But the lockdown of spear is still so good. But I just wanted to make you guys aware of the Dragon Roar thing. I still don't think single-minded Fury is as good as two-handers. I don't think that two-hander and then one-hander offhand is as good as two-handers. There's some stuff that you can try, and it's still really early on in the season and the expansion where there's some theory crafting to be done. And I will try to keep you guys posted on what I'm trying and finding, and you know, share it with you along the way. That's pretty much where I'm at right now, though. I think I might even try Dragon Roar early on in the expansion, where we're just kind of going ham. But I think it depends on comp, too. Like, if I play, like, with, like, a ranged character, like a ranged class, like an Arcane Mage, if I can lock down 2 melee with Spear, that'd be good. And you can always change it in the arena, too, right? You can just, like, swap your talents in the starting room and figure out what you want. But I think that I just want you guys to know and have this Thunderous Roar build in your arsenal. Just want you to have that one ready to rock. So this one also gives you just a little bit more utility. Wrecking Throw is hilarious. It actually hits really hard. I've been using it like an execute in BGs and stuff. It is funny. But I think that Annihilator is still gonna be a fine build. I think they're nerfing Warrior just a little bit, primarily making the Slaughterhouse debuff not stack as high. If it also requires 3 stacks instead of 2, it only gives you 12% debuff every time you Slaughterhouse rather than 20%. And the stacks fall off after 9 seconds, and they cannot be refreshed during that time. So it's gonna be like a weird little undulating Mortal Strike thing, but I think Fury will still be good. I think it'll still be better than Arms just because of its defensive utility. But we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna get to work on the evening stream, but I wanted to go through the build real quick and get you guys up to date because I think this is gonna be a good one. I think Fury is gonna be fun. Looking forward to Season 1, and of course we will be sharing all that with you guys here on stream and of course on YouTube as well. So make sure you guys follow along on both platforms, and good luck out there. We'll see you there.